Alright, so this is for my sprint number 5. So from last sprint, you wanted me to change the ID for my alarms. So now for registration, instead of it being an int, it's now the alarm ID. For my time manager, I have my time manager working now correctly. Then I also have the freeze time set up. But first I want to show that I do have my life cycle working. And I have my destructors as virtual. So we're going to go into enemy tank. I'll bring this up really quick, delete. Go through these really quick. Okay, so it starts at enemy delete, and it's going to go down, and then it's going to go into the destruction of the game object. Then from here, we delete the commands, and then from the deletion of the game object, we're going to be deleting the updatable, drawable, and so on and so forth, which we'll see on the side here, which is all this stuff, and then we still end at the destructor for the tank turret. Alright, so we have that stuff, and then, so that's the life cycle. For freeze time, it's basically what you said. I have a attorney for Ramen, which is specifically for engine time, so the attorney get time gets engine time for freeze. So then my freeze, I use the Ramen attorney to go and get time from the engine and subtract it from active time. So then in my time manager, instead of just getting system time, you do the get time function in your freeze time. And then for the scene test, well, first I'll show that one scene. I'll get rid of this stuff really quick. One scene, and here's the other scene. And then everything's being destroyed correctly. And alarm's still being triggered, and I can keep on repeating scenes and adding and destroying and get this one here. I have to go and change this because right now I have it set up kind of wonky. So in my scene manager, I have commands for registration and deregistration, which I don't know if we actually need because there's not a time where you're like specifically deregistrating something to be set. That doesn't make sense. So I should change it around so then it's just, if you're gonna set it, it sets it and puts it in the broker, because I also have a broker for it. And then the broker right now, I put in a for loop because all the other broker was, but we don't even need a for loop because we're only going to be taking one command at a time. So that's where that null scene comes in. So then the broker will keep on executing the null scene until it switches to either setting it or saving it to something else. I have a null scene set up, but right now, anyways, sorry. Right now this is really wonky because register initializes and sets the current scene to the new scene, and deregister deletes the scene. So I can't register and then deregister because going in order, things that are trying to deregister themselves like drawables from the scene before are trying to on the new scene, which brings an error. So right now I have to do it like this for set scene to work. So I have to go back and change this, but right now it works fine and everything gets deleted like it's supposed to. And then right now I just have, for the game wise, I have a couple enemy tanks. I use the T99 that you gave us in the common folder because I was studying. I have different constructors for them, so I can do them in different ways to make them in different ways. So then I have tank 1, tank 2. I set up the scales and just different positions or different rotations in different positions. And then I also have a tank turret that I make a tank turret when I initialize, depending on the scale rotation and position of the tank. So then if we start this up, they're here, and they also shoot out stuff. And then we can do this, and we can wait a couple seconds, and they'll keep going.